There we go. I think we're recording.
Yes.
Here hoping I'll do a bit of editing. But today I'm joined by a scary motherfucker. He goes by the name Raphael Akpejiori. You get that right?
Yes, Raphael Akpejiori.
Dude, 12-0. You've never seen a third round, and all of your wins are by knockout. Where's this going?
It's going to the heavyweight championship of the world, the heavyweight title.
When you look at that division at the moment, do you think you could beat those guys?
Yeah, I think I can. I know I can beat all of the guys.
Why?
Every
Who
single
do
one
you
of
think's
them.
easy game for you?
Nobody's easy game. I mean, it's a step-by-step process. Everybody in the top 10. I believe that I've acquired skill sets that can work through them. It's going to be a tough task. For example, you see a fight like Deontay versus Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is a 6'9" man. I am a 6'9" man. He's 270 pounds. I am 260 pounds. I am more athletic. I mean, he's a little chubbier, but he has a very, very insane and a very high ring IQ. He's been doing this for a long time. You have a guy like Usyk, who just beat Anthony Joshua. He's a 6'4" guy, millions of punches around. For a guy like that, you just kind of have to bully him to the ground, make him few punches for the first 6 rounds, and box him for the remaining 6, or keep put the gas on him for the whole time, and he will falter. You get see a guy like Dillian White. I don't think he beats me in any way, shape, or form. See a guy like Michael Hunter. He's a small guy. I don't think he beats me right now in any way, shape, or form. Who else? I don't really see anybody in there that could be of a major challenge.
But look, overall, who do you think would be a big challenge? Like, if you to go out of the whole division, what guy would go to the third round?
Oh, Tyson Fury would go to the third round. His ring IQ is next level. His movement is amazing. He moves like a lightweight. But I mean, man on man, ring, punches being thrown. I don't see how he beats me.
Well, to be honest, after seeing his recent fight with Deontay, it's a big challenge.
It is a big
he's an
challenge. Yeah,
incredible fighter.
Deontay is a big puncher. And they have their own history. That was an amazing fight. That fight brought back the heavyweight division, in my opinion. I think the fight brought back boxing, in my opinion, also. Also Deontay Wilder is challenged skill wise a little bit. He's a very, very hard puncher, a tough competitor, amazing warrior. It's also styles make fights. The kind of fight that Tyson Fury would fight with me is not the same type of fight that I would fight with Tyson Fury, or he would fight with Deontay Wilder. So style for style comparison, I'm more of a technically sound person. I have amazing coaches who drill this in me every day, that drill the fundamentals. And I believe that my fundamentals match up against his fundamentals every day, any day of the week.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave for the video version of this. I'm gonna leave a link down to his most recent fight, because holy shit, when he said he's technical, he means it. Like, you're kind of terrifying in there. Like, everyone goes in there knowing this guy's gonna knock me out, especially those later guys. Like your last 3 fights, those guys basically knew.
Yeah, I mean that's where it sucks, because then guys like that guys that feel like they're gonna be beat anyways. It's hard to get the best out of them, because either they're giving you a look that they haven't really given someone else before, that you haven't seen, or they're acting terrified. They're not willing to trade punches. They're not willing to give you looks for you to maybe counter and make you look good on camera. So I mean, but the truth is, you just have to keep being consistent in the gym, because one day I'm going to find somebody that's going to give me that look. One day I'm going to find somebody that's going to make me work for that for that win. One day I'm going to find someone that's going to take me past 2 rounds, that's going to refuse to quit. That's gonna that's not gonna believe through his training camp that he's gonna get knocked out. And I'm going to be prepared for that. It's going to happen, and I will raise my hands at the end of this journey as the heavyweight champion of the world, an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
And when it comes to being undefeated at the moment, yeah, like, is that everything to you at the moment? Like, is that your main sales pitch, or if you got defeated, would it matter to you?
Um, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it to that extent. I don't,
Good.
like I said, I
Don't think
don't
about
see,
being beaten.
I don't see any man in the world that can beat me. I don't really see it. I believe that if I have an extended training camp, just like every man, and I work towards something, I can beat any man for it. You know, it's at the end of the day, it's competition. I've been an athlete my whole life. I've been a combat athlete for the past 6 years, and I've learned as much as I can learn, and I keep learning. And I just don't see any man in the world that can beat me. I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah, and you're a heavy hitter too. Because going back to that win streak, it's all by knockout. Like,
Yeah, I mean that's typical, you know. When I touch people, they go to sleep, unfortunately. And fortunately for me, you know, and I'm just gonna keep doing that. You know, I have a great right hand. I credit that to my coaches who have taken years and years of drilling and watching and perfection, and you know, daily, teaching me the basics of throwing the right hand daily, teaching me the basics of throwing the jab daily, and I have them to thank for it. You know, and like I said, it's also a work in progress. It's a work that we keep going, and it hopefully leads us to the top and gives us the desired outcome that we're looking forward to.
and speaking about the outcome that we have at the moment, how did we get to here? Because you started off living in Nigeria, you got a scholarship to play basketball in the States, and now you're a 12-0 boxer. What happened?
How did that story start? I mean, it all started with basketball, you know. I mean, I played a lot of basketball as a kid. Actually, it started with soccer. I played a lot of soccer as a kid. Soccer moved me to basketball. Played a lot of basketball as a kid. I excelled as a basketball player. I got a basketball scholarship to come here to the United States. Played high school basketball. From high school basketball, I got recruited to play college basketball. I played 4 years, all through my college years. Then I played one last year of American football. After American football, that's when boxing started for me. I believe I actually got called up to a professional football team, which I was there for a little while. I never really made the final roster. After the final, after I got cut for the last time, I just kind of picked up boxing for as a hobby. Not really as a hobby, but just something to work out towards. Because typically, I will always go to the gym just to be bigger, faster, stronger for a performance reason. But with not training for a reason. There was really no reason for me to go to the gym. So when I picked up boxing, I revived my reasons to go back to the gym to get stronger, to get faster, to get bigger. You know, just for boxing reasons. And you know, I took it from there. I started amateur, fought as an amateur, fought as been fighting as a pro, and you know, this is the path that we are right now. You know, it's been blessed and it's been amazing, and hopefully bigger and better things come up for me.
And what about your debut fight? Like you hardly went into boxing thinking, oh, I'll do this as a bit of a exercise thing, and then suddenly you get offered your debut professional fight.
I mean, are you asking me about how turning pro went? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, in a roundabout way, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah, I mean, I did about I fought as an amateur for about 2 years, from 2016 to 2018. My first year as an amateur, I had about 14 amateur fights. The second year as an amateur, I linked up with my trainer Glenn Johnson, who kind of, you know, who kind of revamped my entire fighting style. Because before I was trying to be like a Manny Pacquiao as a heavyweight, you know, but he didn't think that was best for me because he wanted me to really act and move and punch like a heavyweight. So it took me about a year for him to really change my entire fighting style, just to be a brash, you know, strong and confident and fearless heavyweight. And that's how my debut came along. You know, my debut fight was more of me getting my feet wet. You know, in terms of fighting without a headgear and you know just experiencing the professional lifestyle. It was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I got the win. I fought again 2 months after, and I've been fighting ever since then. You know, I've had some tough fights. I think my sixth fight was one of my first tough fights. My ninth fight was kind of wanting to be tough, but I got the knockout really early. And we're still on this path, and hopefully it takes us to our expected end.
Yeah, that's going to be world champion. I'm looking forward to see
Yeah.
it. But again, with those first two fights, that must have been pretty fast considering they ended in less than a minute.
Yeah, they were fast. They were fast.
Uh,
They were.
they must have been
That's
proud of
good.
you, man. Fucking going in there less than a minute both times. There's like this
Yeah.
sport can go on for a long time, right? There's more than two
Yeah.
rounds.
Oh yeah. Nah, the longer you stay in the boxing ring, the more dangerous it gets. You never really want to stay there much longer than you're now the much longer than you need to be. People got things to go do. You don't want to keep people in the arena. People come to watch boxing, but they want to see a fight. I don't want to see people get knocked out. And as long as you knock somebody out, I think you'll be winning. So
So
a
at the end of
knockout
the
win is
day,
better. A
go on.
knockout win is better than a unanimous decision win.
Yeah.
Always.
So at the end of the day, you're a people pleaser.
I could say that. I'm a self pleaser. What pleases me pleases people.
There you go. And I assume you want to keep the streak up. Just keep going, keep going, keep going, getting bigger names up against you. Or like,
Absolutely.
what's your next fight? When's it planned for?
I have an upcoming fight in 2 weeks. I find a guy, a tested veteran, a tested and trusted, very, very good fighter. His name is Satanda Silgado. He has 30 wins and 9 losses. He has the best record that I've had on my. He has the best record to date that I've on my resume. And it's going to be a tough fight. He's coming up from a cruiserweight division. He's fought. He's been in many wars. Fought many former world champions, former contending prospects. He has a lot of names on his record from losing to winning. He's been on the world stage, fought for a WBO title before. It's going to be a good fight. I've been training very hard for it. I'm ramping down my last week of sparring before I start ramping down for the fight, just working on the technicalities of it. I'm sure he's doing his best to do what he needs to do to beat me. And I'm doing my best to beat him and keep the streak alive and, try contending for the world title as I have promised my coach.
And could you remind me what his record is?
30 wins and 9 losses.
Okay. So he's lost. And you
Yeah,
haven't.
he's lost.
There you
I have
go.
not. I will not.
Dude, that's a lot of fights. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that sounds
about
like a bit of a
49
challenge.
fights. Yeah, that's about 49 fights. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no,
39
no
fights.
problem to you.
Yeah.
So are you one of those fighters who gets better with more rounds, or you're like McGregor and you have 2 rounds?
Nah, I get better with more rounds. My conditioning is amazing. It actually, I'm a guy. I'm a guy who, as the pressure mounts, I go down to my level of training, which is a very, very high level. And I do get better with more rounds. The good thing about me is that I'm always going to continuously impose my will and on my opponents, and it'll always look better than the previous round. I'm a guy who's ready for championship round boxing, and 10th or 11th round of a championship fight, I always bring my best.
Well, I want to say I want to see it, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I kind of like just easily going through your fights. Like, oh, yep, first minute, second minute. Oh, got the 2 rounds this time. Is there anyone in particular that you want to fight?
What do you mean?
Like, if you could call out a guy right now and the fight happens.
I've called out a few guys. I mean, and then anyone in the top that's well known. I mean, I think Dillian White would be a great stepping stone for me. It would be a great fight. He has a chance to beat me, and I have a chance to beat him. I think my skill set matches up pretty well with his. He's a really tough opponent. He's very experienced. He's a body puncher, a hard puncher. He has the size, he has the weight, he has a good advantage. And I would love to fight a guy like that. I would love to share the ring with him. And I believe, like I said, I believe I match up well with him, and may the best man win. But that's a guy that I would really, really love to strap the gloves with.
Yeah. Well, when I think of it, I kind of see yourself and Anthony Joshua, because I feel like he's a good like guy to get in there with, and then you have a shot at all these bigger guys. Kind of like a stepping stone guy if you bet him. Yeah, but yeah, I think you could fight anyone. I'm over here fanboying at the moment. Fucking
Well,
watch like
thank you.
your fights earlier, just demolish it, lads. Um, yeah. I'd say Thomas is missing this one now. He didn't get through this interview. Happy birthday, Thomas. It's his birthday today. He didn't
Happy
get to do it.
birthday, Thomas. Happy birthday, Thomas.
Yeah, and funny enough, he organized this whole thing. Um,
Yeah.
so you're a bit of a sports connoisseur. You've
hmm
done how many? Do you think boxing is it? That you're always going to do this? Do you think there's other combat sports you might get into, or you're
Yeah, I
going to
mean,
stick with
obviously,
this?
I'm 31 years old. I don't have 20 more years. I have about 10 more years, 9 to 10 more years in this sport. As a professional athlete, boxing will be it. Except maybe I want to go do triathlon, swimming, running, and biking. you know, and that will be just for me to keep shape, you know, and just keep the mind and body together when I'm much older. But yeah, this is it for me. I don't. Other sports kind of fell by the way. I don't say fell by the wayside. Just came in, not because I planned for them. They just happened to come, and I took the advantage of doing them. It's not like I wanted to be. I aspired to be a boxer, or I aspired to be an American football player. I did, or even basketball. Basketball too came, and I took advantage of it. So I'm the kind of guy who always takes advantage of whatever situations come to me. And I can definitely say that boxing should be my last go around in my tour of different sports. Maybe when I'm 80, I'll compete on a world stage for chess. You
Maybe.
know,
Um,
maybe.
yeah. So you're kind of already thinking about your retirement. You 9, 10 years. You kind of like set that limit for yourself. What do you think of these older guys going in well after they've quit already and they come back for a pro fight? Like for example, Evander Holyfield or Mike Tyson, Roy Jones.
I'm not a fan of that because obviously boxing is not a game. It's not a game. It's a sport. It's a brutal sport. It's a deadly sport. We trade punches. You know, it's not. These are not playful punches. These are punches that would intend to hurt. So I'm not a fan of guys coming back from exhibitions because it can get very, very, very dangerous really, really quickly. So that's just my opinion. I don't accept the idea of people just going around to do exhibitions here and there. I guess it's their choice, maybe because of money or for some other reasons. But
Yeah.
good luck to them. Good luck to them.
But do you think there's a difference in it? Like when Roy Jones and Mike Tyson fought, they're about the same age. But like with Evander and your man, there was an age gap. Do you think with guys similar ages they could do it safely?
I don't know. I don't know. I've never been that age. Obviously, I'm still very young, and I still feel invincible. Maybe when you're that age, you start feeling, maybe like the body is an old vessel. I still feel like my body is indestructible to this day. So I don't know. I really can't answer that question in an educated way.
Sure.
I really don't know.
And then another quite I asked this for me. I'm a massive MMA fan. You're a big boxing fan. You see that whole thing with Usman wanting to fight Canelo? You got any
Mhm.
thoughts on stuff like that? Like MMA fighters coming to fight these boxing guys, like we've seen it with Jake Paul and so on. Well, what do you think of that? Think they should stay in their lane?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's entertainment. It's combat sports entertainment. So if the world wants to see it, I guess we should make it happen. Canelo wanted to fight Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman is a champion in his own right. Is he a boxer? No. Would he be Canelo? Absolutely not. Not in a million years. MMA fighters fight for 25 minutes. They're not trained to take punches. They're not trained to plant and shoot with their feet. They're not trained to move their head when punches are coming. They're worried about a whole lot of other things but punches most times. So I don't think I'm not of the. I don't think MMA fighters should believe they're coming into a boxing ring to win. I don't think they should believe they're coming into a boxing ring to win. Maybe for the sake of entertainment, yes, but to come and win a title against an accomplished boxer like Canelo Alvarez, forget about it. Just come
Yeah,
entertain us and go back home. Go back to where you belong.
yeah, we seen that with McGregor back in the day. That's where he fell
Yeah.
off the horse. He fought,
Made
but that was a
a lot
stupid
of
one.
money though.
Well, yeah, it did well for him, but
Yeah.
fighting like the Floyd Mayweather, one of the best boxers on the planet, as your first boxing fight, yeah, it's not a smart one. I think Usman could learn from that. That don't go after the best guy when it's your first time.
I mean, like I said, it's entertainment and they will make a lot of money. So why not? Do your thing. If the opportunity calls, you have to take it.
Would you take fights like that for the money? Think you do well against MMA guys?
I don't know. I've never been in that position. I don't know. According to Floyd Mayweather, if it makes money, it makes sense. So, I've never been in that position yet. I can't tell you how I will act if I in that position. It depends on what it is. If it's an easy win against someone like John Jones or Francis, I'll absolutely take it.
Hold on now, buddy. An easy win against Francis Ngannou and John Jones.
In boxing?
You think those guys will be easy?
In boxing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's boxing. This is not their arena. This is what we do.
Ngannou wants to fight Tyson Fury, and I think he has
Yeah,
a
you might
chance.
want to fight. What chance does he have in boxing? He has no chance in boxing.
He's a
None.
big
Zero.
motherfucker. He's huge.
Yeah, that's it. But I mean, if you throw three haymakers in a row, you start breathing like a dog. That's when you nah, he has no
Yeah.
chance. This is boxing. This is not MMA. There's no kicking here. This is boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. That's a fair point. Yeah. You throw three haymakers in a row, man, you're gone. Your gas tank's
Yeah.
already empty.
Gas tank. We're trading gas tanks here.
Yeah.
We don't just throw punches or kicks or try to wrestle people to the ground.
Yeah. It's very much an endurance sport, boxing as well. Like you can end it
Yeah.
a variety of different ways in MMA. Like probably seen Masvidal with his flying knee finish. But
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, in boxing, he's got to be looking for a weak chin and hoping if he hit it enough, it might go
Yeah.
down. Or with you, some body shots as well.
Yeah.
I always think that's incredible. If you can
Yeah.
fucking get a body shot on a guy that drops him, how fucking hard
Yeah.
do you have to hit? Like, you're on the
You
ball
just
there.
have you just have to connect the right way. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
I
about the
ask you because of
connection.
your vast experience.
I mean, it's really about the connection. Just connect the right way, and a man is out there breathing. Once he's breathing, you just throw the 1-2, and he's sleeping.
You've made a science of it. So how many fights do you have confirmed now? You told me you've won earlier, but
I mean, I have one fight upcoming in 2 weeks. Like I said, I'm fighting a guy named Satanda Sagado. He's a very, very credible opponent. He's 30 wins and 9 losses. He's he's been around the world, for the best fighters, and he presents a challenge for me to step up in competition and start fighting the best. And put my name on a resume for me to start fighting the best that's out there. And we just keep going for it. Just keep moving up the ladder, and hopefully in 2022 we can start fighting for a real world title.
so you see this as a stepping stone. Yeah.
Nothing is really a stepping stone. You still have to fight through it. You still have to push the stone.
Yeah, you can knock out the stone too if you want to keep doing your way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope it goes your way. Genuinely,
Amen.
I'll be looking
I
for
hope
that one.
so too. Thank you.
But it would be fairly cheeky if I said I hope it didn't go your way. But no, I really want to see that do well. So that's the only fight you have confirmed at the moment.
Yeah.
Groovy. Dude, are you falling
Yes,
asleep
sir.
over there?
No, I'm not falling asleep. My house, I've been cleaning all day, so I have this bleach smell in my house right now.
You've been working hard.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let you go to bed anyways.
No.
Dude, it's been an honor to talk to you.
Well,
I think we kind of touched on everything.
yeah.
you knock guys the fuck out, and that's how it goes. And we hope that's how it continues.
Well, thank you very much, man. I appreciate your time, and tune in. We're gonna be throwing some good hands on in 2 weeks, November 6th, here in Miami, Florida. It's gonna be an amazing day. Hopefully, we get the win. We've been working very hard for this one, and we're gonna come out successful for this one. It's gonna be a good one. But thank you for your time. Thank you for your platform. I very much appreciate it, and all the best to you. And say hello to Tom. And I know it's his birthday. Well, he should try not to do things that we're not supposed to do. Just stay alive and go back home safe. Don't drink too much.
Well, we're Irish, so we'll let you
Oh
have know how that
yeah.
goes. But if people want to check you out, Raphael, where can they find you?
Well, I mean, the best place to check me out really is the simplest place, which is Instagram. My Instagram is Raphael_Akpejiori, which is RAPHAEL_AKPEJIORI.
Link in
And
description for that one.
yeah, so that's the easiest place to check me out, and that's kind of like my primary social media platform. That's basically it. The other outlets, which is Facebook, Twitter, but I hardly go on those, and Instagram is the best.
There we go. So if you want to check
Yeah.
him out, you know where to find him. Raphael, it's been an honor. I'm kind of excited for your next fight now. Kind of very excited for your next fight now.
Yeah,
I hope it goes your way. So if
I
people want to
so
check you
too.
out, they know where to find you. If you got this far in the
Yeah,
episode, fair play. Take it handy.
yeah.
And bye-bye.
Right.